I hope you can see through what companies are doing. These types of benefits that you see in the video, from food to hygiene items to showers, you know where else I have those? At home. What these companies are doing by trying to match all your needs that you have at home in the office, they're trying to keep you there longer. They're hoping that they lure you in, keep you comfortable, and keep you working longer. It has nothing to do with your quality of life and everything to do with your productivity, because in the end, the more productive you are, the more money they make off your labor. And this isn't to say that you shouldn't be a hard worker. Having a good work ethic is an admirable quality, but the thing is, you should also be compensated fairly for your labor. And that's not what these companies are doing, and especially in the tech sector. Because here's the thing. All the money that these companies spend on office amenities and perks could be used to increase worker wages. So I feel a bit cynical watching these because it just seems so transparent what they're doing, but unfortunately, a lot of people get sucked into it. It does seem cool on its face, right? Having really nice decorated kitchens, a sandwich bar, candy and snack bars, a fully stocked fridge. That seems like a good place to work, until you see the workload for some of these places. There is so much burnout in the tech sector because people are putting in 70, 80-hour weeks. And that's really unsustainable and unhealthy, and it deprives people of a good quality of life. You need a good work-life balance. You're then left to compete with things you want to do in your personal life and sleep with what little time you have left. And so often people deprive themselves of sleep as a result of higher workloads. Look, I'm guilty of it. I find myself routinely neglecting sleep, and I acknowledge that's really unhealthy. In the long run, that could lead to things like dementia and Alzheimer's. But hey, in the here and now, that's great for tech companies because they can maximize profit off of your labor. And we're seeing these types of benefits rolled out even more now because there's been a push by companies to get people back into the office. They really want to justify these high-priced offices, so they're trying to get people back in there. But the thing is, during the pandemic, we learned that people really enjoyed working at home. For the most part, there's definitely some outliers who really need the socialization in the office. That's fine. I'm not one of them. I enjoy working from home. Because like I said, all of the stuff that an office could offer in terms of benefits, I have here. I also don't have to worry about a commute. I don't have to worry about dealing with people. And I can stay focused longer without interruption. But they want you there because they hope you're going to stay there longer and put in more work. But in reality, people put in longer hours working from home during the pandemic because they also didn't have to deal with that commute. That time they spent going to and from the office, they usually spent working longer. So it seems like a fair trade-off. Let people work at home for those who have jobs where they can, and they'll probably work a little bit more and work a little bit harder. And ultimately that leads to a better work-life balance because it's easier then for workers to spend time with their friends and family when they're done. I think that's a fair trade.